Kaboom, baby. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the pYanodons playthrough. It's fantastic, Mr. Ghost. Oh, boy. This might be too tight here. Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Yeah, this is Nexelet. Molten. Yeah. This is I hope this isn't as much of a sand eater as I'm thinking. But I'm ready for it, if it is, I think. No, I'm not. I have to do... Oh, I forgot. I gotta belt this up here. I gotta output some stuff. This right here, folks, is the sand eater. These things. What are these called? The scrubbers. They're scrubbing. So, water plus sand plus the grade 3 Nexelet gives us 1 fine Nexelet powder. And then... Oh, we got borax, too. Oh, how much borax is this? Oh, it's 10 to 2. Okay. That's not a problem. So I'll have to do this. And then that. Like so. Okay. And I pipe this up here. I'm pretty sure I have all the water done. So, yeah, let's go. Oh, yeah, this thing called last episode. We got the crazy titanium done. And it went pretty well. No, I ripped up the old one. It is gone. It was an abomination, too. So, so I was looking at it, the old titanium, and I think this here, this machine, I think it was still in a solid separator. But there was 2 stages to make this in-between thing here. I think, I don't know if it's whatever, purified, whatever. Oh, and this one, right here. Right. So it was this solid separator and then the advanced foundry. Except I think it had this recipe, on the icon instead of the high grade. It ate a lot of titanium. So the good thing is with the high grade lead and the high grade titanium here, I think acetylene consumption should go down based on the output, of course, because we can crank out the moltens. It is crazy. So I'm very happy with this build here. Even this slimmed down. I think it was 10 or something. It have the input requirement. So that was pretty cool. Now, get into this. Oh, and then, oh yeah, let me cover what I did off screen here. The Kicalcs are gone. And I come to find out, I had a lead mine I didn't mark here. Whoops. That was the big machine, the big mining machines. So I was going to put the yards, or depots, here. And I was zoomed too far out, and I didn't realize, crap. I got these stone mines here. So I'm in a little bit of a dilemma there. Because right here is halfway, the city block. So the alternative, I can't put it here because I've got the fuel stop here and I want to keep it that way. And then we got this stuff here. So I'm in a slight dilemma. Because I was going to put I was going to move the casting eventually over here. This casting is going to go here. I'm going to dip down for these because these aren't really high throughput items. Maybe a little. And yeah, it's probably overkill, the amount of lanes I have, but there, you got to consider the amount of traffic that's going to be coming in here too. So you're better off having more opportunities for trains than not. I learned that early on in the Factorio game, So anyway, yeah, so if I move this over here, I do the dip down for here, and then get the advanced casting here. So I'll probably be popping into this area. If I can squeeze this all in here, in this area, which I don't think so. I mean, I could do a little test here. Yeah, I just have to grab these. I don't think it's gonna work. So the rail stays in. Yeah, see, I'm up high. So that kind of sucks. Yeah. And I'm not going to do... I'd have to pull this out here. So that would change it. I mean, I could do some angles here and cut this off. But the question is where the yard's going to go. Now, once I move this over here, because I'm going to do it, because I got to get the sand casting together. These two, or all these builds here that I started off with, they have to move into this block. These two here horizontally as well as here. So that means the yards are out. So once these are out, I can move the yards here. So that's why it's very difficult to envision it. So the yard, or the depots, could move over here because it'll be boop, boop, and then this just moves over. So I think that's the answer to the problem. All right. So yeah, the kite calcs are gone here. Let's get back to what I did off screen here. And over where this abomination is, kite calcs are gone here too. Now, I moved the kite calcs over here. There they are. And then I saw this honey. I had Arcwood Mark IIs, so it's fully upgraded. The apiaries I did upgrade, but I forgot to swing back over and do the Mark II modules. So now I added a centrifuge. The only thing, and the Ulrichs are upgraded, so I should be able to crank the little space horses out, 40,000 honey. So I had this limited to 10 or something. No more. So this is not limited anymore. And I could add more capacity, but really what I have to do is add more centrifuges. This is kind of underbuilt on the centrifuge side. So I might move this up because these 4 apiaries can support about, 100 of these things. I'm just being silly. But yeah, I could do more honey, crank more honey out. And that's for the sciences, or the science. And so yeah, here we go. I added, I repiped this. When I built the kite calcs way back, I didn't have the niobium pipe to ground. So now that I do, I was able to save some pipe. And now I'm sharing 4 on the one line here. Well, it's the whole thing, but so 4 and 4. So what I did is I added 2 more kite calcs because I was negative on the kite calc plantations. Now, this is probably overkill on raw fiber. Not gonna lie. I have no reason to lie. Now, I used to have the coal dust here. And I'm not having problems with coal dust, so I pulled it out. So, yeah, there's a lot of raw fiber flowing here. But it's a lot cleaner build. And I got the dual loading here. So it's kind of... Oh, I forgot to put counters in here. Crap. Glad I saw that. Not that it would matter. Oh, let's get rid of this thing here. So I am going to put those down. I did everything but that. Yeah, it's so easy to forget stuff, especially when you rebuild. I think I went here. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. So I'll come over there and fix that. So that honey was, I think, tucked in right here. Oh yeah, here, see. So I have to spend some time and put in all the markers, remarker everything. So this abomination has to go eventually. This is kind of just a test design, and it got spaghettified because I'm trying to pull in. This is refined syngas here. Yeah. So I was making that radiated salt water or molten salt, and I was testing it out. So I had to make stuff. So this comes out. These 2 machines here. This rail. Well, it doesn't need to be here, but I can't remember what this crap is. But now that I have refined syngas on the network, I can do this anywhere now. In fact, I don't think these are used for anything but building. I could be wrong. So yeah, the filtration, I'm going to rebuild this with I want to get the filtration with the denier completed, and I could probably support 2 of these machines and get 200 because the denier is so crazy with the aerogel. It's just, oh my God, it doesn't take much of the aerogel, and you get a huge amount of filtration, and we're going to need that going forward. So you might as well just beef it up now, because this is the best recipe for it. So a rebuild on that will come soon. And then I want to rebuild the bees too. Then we start on the sciences. Like I said, this is probably going to come out. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to rebuild this as well as the nuclear power, nuclear sample. This will come out today as well. I don't have much in here. Now, I noticed the Nexelet plate is getting more and more in demand. And also, Nexelet plate, let's go usage. Wait, no. Yeah, see, look, there's 195 usages, so that's pretty good amount. So if we craft, right click on this, and so we got the plate here, hot, which is the one we're going to use. So 25. Now, this is interesting. So 25 molten to 25 plate. That's one molten. Wait. 25. That's 4 molten to 25 plate. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's 24 because 25, 50, you know, and all that. 4. That's pretty good. Now, here's the one that comes up later. We got molten zinc, Nexelet helium, and we got this molten Nexelet zinc gadolinium. Gadolinium. Sorry, getting my vision. Power armor. I want it. Wow, what do I have right now? Modular. Okay, so I think there's the MK2 Mark II version. And then, oh, wow. Oh, we need molten for this? Look at this thing. Oh, this is the phase 3. We get the Spidertron. They renamed it Mecha Zungroar. That's amazing. So, see, oh, look, they have Spidertron rocket launcher, but it's called a Mecha Zungroar. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Zungroar. So they didn't rename that. That's funny. Oh, it consumes gastrocapacitors. Oh, wow. So, wow, that's crazy. You know, Nexelet, he's a really well-known modder in the Factorio community. He's made so much good stuff. Nanobots and the lighting and stuff. Always afraid of the dark, you know. Oh, man. So, wow. Look at all this stuff. Hydraulic systems. That's cool. And then we've got... Oh, what's this? Oh, it's in a creature chamber. Okay, so this one here has the tech, and this one doesn't. So I think that's kind of an error, and then we can, you know, of course, avoid it. So I think that this recipe alone tells me that you don't need a big Nexelet build, you know, to produce these plates. So I'm probably way overbuilt, because 20 Nexelet, that's a lot. Anyway, that comes out. And then once I'm done with that, I'll start to spend some time to consolidate these here. I want to get this moved out of here. All these alloys, the plate to plate. And then I've got the this stuff here. Basically the beginning game stuff that we talked about last episode here. So I got the 3 there. And then I think that's all. All right, so I'm gonna power this up. Oh, I gotta get my whale buddy set up here, and we'll fire this up. So the sand has to go in all the way over here. I love doing this. This is so much fun. Seeing those bots go pop, 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 pop. And then you run out of bots. So here's the sand input that I think I'm gonna have to supplement the build with. So I'm gonna go with this build as it is. We'll see how much sand it eats. I'm curious. I'm pretty sure it's going to eat a lot. Oh, the other idea I had is, and this is kind of tough because there's a lot of belt involved in this. So I want to, like I said, I want to get the sand casting down here and collect all of the sand into one central location. So we crush on site, turn the sand, send it down, and we make our casting. Anything extra above a certain amount, send up to here, to our Nexelet plate production. So I'm thinking that the Nexelet should probably be on the same, you know, like everything drains down to Nexelet plate or molten, and then but you have to prioritize your sand casting, obviously. So anything extra after this is done goes here. However, how much extra are we going to have? That's the other question. So I'm always like, well, I don't know until this thing starts running. I don't know how much sand I'm going to have left over for this process. But one thing's for sure, I have noticed that the sand is maintaining to a certain degree. Let's check this one here. I haven't been doing much building. So this thing's bouncing around 50 or so. So it depends on what runs and when. You know, if copper goes to the other side, then, or tin, moltens, then this is going to build up, but eventually it corrects itself. So I think we have a net, it's almost like a net neutral. Don't quote me on that, but it's pretty cool. I like the idea of consuming the sand before and not training it around, because that's what I've been doing before. You know, the stone, the sand, and then I'm trying to redistribute it to other areas. So, yeah, I think it's going to work out really well. I'm really excited about it. So I don't mind running long belts to save on the train traffic. And honestly, I don't think this build, I don't think the whole process, I don't think is going to be, you know, over the amount of sand that we need. I don't think we're going to have an overage. But I do have the stop, you know, the just in case train stops there to pick it up if it does. Okay, I'm going to set the whale up. There he is right there. I'm going to go over to the Nexelet patch. And I'll power this up. We'll flow it. All right, folks. I got it all in. Wasn't too bad. This is one of the easier ones, so this is going to be a short episode, I think. All right. This whale is a little bit out of control over here. Go get your food. See, I don't know why it's going... Yeah, look, it's doing this again. It's going south. The food is over here. It's up here. What? Yeah, right here. Why does it go south? That is weird. Whoops. Let's see where he's going. I always clicked the wrong one. There we go. Yeah, look, it's going this way and up. And I wonder if it's copying and pasting the whale, the aerial caravans. I wonder if there's some kind of data stuck in here when you copy paste. I don't know. Oh, and let me cut... no, I'll flow the train, or get the train coming. The whale's got to go get food, then it's got to fly all the way over to get Nexelet. Oh, I ran over, and I put in the caravan, the aerial caravan, and there it is right there. So, yeah, you can see the little digger creatures are around this area. See how it's kind of lightening up. And I put the concrete in here to speed them up. Yeah, someone found that out. It was on a Discord. I'm like, oh, cool. I didn't know they were... Because you wouldn't think the creatures would be... you know, these are just creatures, right? Oh, they interact with the concrete, too. Or the concrete below them is actually factored into their speed. You would think they would have... Like, that would have to be programmed in. But I guess it's inherent, anything that moves. So I went ahead and shortened this rail here and popped in. This is where the meat is, and I'd like to get the worker food here, so what I have to do is get a build for it. Right now, the one I have is for the whales. So, and this is the only thing I need food for. There's 2 more levels of food after the one I got for the whales. Holy cow. And the best one is, I think, 3264 actions, I think. This one here, so if you go food, and there's this one here. This is quality, and then deluxe. And the deluxe, oh, it doesn't have it on here. I don't know why. This is crazy stuff. Oh, it needs the quality 4 to 8. Oh, wow. Fish meal. Oh, you're using the guano bats. Oh my god, you need to put a Vrauk in there? Partially digested Rena. Oh my god, look at this stuff. Molten salt. Cadveric Arum MK04 pulp. Mark IV. But I think this gives you 64 actions on your... Oh, well, no, I think the digger bots is 64 ores per dig. So I'll go out there, rap, 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 64. Right now, I'm doing meat, which is 4 or something. I think it's 4 or 8 or something. The worker food might be 8, actually. But you have to mouse over the food box where the food goes, and it tells you all that. Okay. Now, I decided to... I reworked this a little bit. I've got the sand. What I'm doing, I'm putting the sand in the case, so it'll minimize the amount of belt that I have. I'm using red because I'm not sure from this one. I'll probably swap that out to yellow. Here it is. Look at that. There we go. Finally. So I'll swap this out to yellow. Okay, yeah, see, it's going to be really slow. Yeah, there's hardly any sand that comes out here. So I'll let that run for a bit. How slow are you? Okay, that's fine. Okay. This has got to speed up. I'm wondering... It should be 2 there. This is where the rubber meets the road right here. Oh, wow, look at that. It's so crazy. Here comes the sand. And, oh, yeah, so the sand's got to come through. I know this sand won't feed it. I just want to see what happens here. How much sand we're going to get. Yeah. Oh, there we go. We got a little spinners. There we go. I roughed in the loader. I have to hook it up yet. I forgot about that. That's fine. Okay, now. No sand. Oh, here we go. There's the powder. So this one, and oh, I need the borax. So we got 10. This is where it hurts. 10 of the fine Nexelet powder. That's where the recipe gets out of control. That's why you need all these here. Wow, look at all that, huh? It's cranking along. Very cool. Okay, so yeah, clearly, you know, the sand obviously isn't enough. So let's go and bring the borax and the sand in. And then we'll get that flowing. There we go. LTN, I notice, sometimes it takes a while to trigger. But this time, it was quick. So I think there was an issue with all this. I really want to say the stop names were a problem. And there could have been some bogus data on the stops too. So when I pulled up those bogus stops and put them back down, and you know, it was just a matter of them rearing their ugly heads. And the combination of everything all together, boom. Wow, look at this. Oh, I forgot. This is not the right way. There we go. Now our whale buddy, his work is not in vain. Yeah, sometimes that happens. They get flipped. Maybe I flipped this thing around or something. I don't think I used the blueprint flipper on it. Because I could see the blueprint flipper not doing its, you know, not flipping the mini loaders. Okay, so that's good. Now, one of the other adjustments I might make is I'm a little tight here, so I'll have to move this. Well, the problem is this right here is really close. I think I could fit it in. This would just be for the sand. So I'd plop that baby in there for sand. And then, yeah, it should be fine. Because I'm trying to visualize the top part, you know, with the case on it. And then the borax is over here. So it would make sense to put the borax unloader over here. And then terminate the train line there. So I think that's what I might do. We'll see. All right, let's see where these things are. Oh, the borax. Where's the borax? Wait a minute, where's the sand? Oh, that's why. There, too. Have it. There she is. Yeah, I do like to minimize the amount of length of the belt. There's a lot of red belt here. And things aren't... Now that I'm at this stage where I'm pretty much all Mark II and I've upgraded everything to a certain degree, I still have some recipes to implement. I'll do that off screen with the bedding and all that. But the red belt isn't a problem anymore. It hurts in the beginning. Not definitely hurts. Oh, here. But now I'm at a point now where red belt isn't a problem. There we go, folks. We got it. Burp. So the sand... Oh, yeah, that thing filled up completely there. 7,100, that's fine. I'm still on the fence about that, you know, having a counter on the borax, but I think I'm going to have to do it. Break down and do it. As long as the counter is correct where I want it to be, you know. So I got to get this thing in my blueprint book. Just the stop or the turn off. So there we go. Oh, of course I ran out of rail. I'll get that in a second. Oh, and there's another thing I forgot. I got to tie this in. I didn't mention this last episode. Here's the belt here. The titanium, it has a raw Nexelet 50% chance output. And there it is. So I'm going to clear this case out here. And then I'm going to belt it up over here. And this is one less train that has to run. So the iron oxide is the only thing that I'm pulling out of there. And yeah, yellow belt is fine for this here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this here. And then I'll just pop it right on in. So I got underground right here. Like so. And then I'll do a yellow mini loader in. Oh, I'm using these substations for all this. Look at that. Crap. I don't care. Oh, and you can go in. Whoa. And there we go. That might be sand. That unloaded quick. Almost too quick. See, this isn't generating a lot of sand. All right, there we go. Now we're cooking with grease. So, now, yeah, I'm a little... Based on the amount of usage here, I think I'll be fine. Look at this. It's, yeah, look at that slurping up the sand. That's crazy. Look at them all spin, though. That's so cool. Oh, that is awesome. That is so cool. There we go. So this thing at the end here is so little over 3, or a little over, almost 3. Now, why are you... Oh. Why is that so low? Probably because... Oh, it wasn't running, most likely. Yeah, there we go. We're getting some to the end there. Now, yeah, this is definitely warranting a sand build. So, again, you know, funneling the sand up to here from the casting. So all of the sand comes here and gets munched by the by this build here. But again, I don't think I'm gonna. I think I'm way overbuilt on this because I don't know how much Nexelet plate I'm gonna need going forward and all that. But at least we're good. Okay, that's wired there. Nexelet, yeah, cool. All right, so I'm gonna run over to the casting and we'll get that squared away, and we'll be done with casting for now. Yep, this thing's a sand eater. Look at this. This is insane. Now, again, I don't think this is going to be running as crazy as it is. Did it run out of sand over here? Why are you not running? Oh. Oh, it's... No, everything's there. Yeah, so this thing, holy cripes, man. It's insane. But the amount of Nexelet raw that it's consuming is it's like literally non-existent. These sand trains have been running and running and running. And look, oh, and I didn't look at the sand. I don't know why I didn't do this. I think because I'm just so freaking frustrated with this build. Yeah, 1 red belt of sand to feed this monster. That's insane. And we're only getting, for some reason, 1,200 a minute. So, yeah, this thing's crazy. Well, let's call it a day. And call the Molten Nexelet. But I think that being overbuilt is better than not. And yeah, 28,000. I've been kind of watching this thing eat sand. Look at that. Yum. Now, oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. So I have it set to 3 trains. 4,000, 1,000, I think, on the Commodore. What do I have here? Yeah, 4 and 1. So you have to make your window so far wide, and you have to go like 3 trains, or 4 trains in this case, and then 8,000 sand, 1,000 Or, you know what? I think that might be the problem. I got to change this to 2. But if I do that, I got to increase the borax too. So that's why I think, yeah, I could move the borax here. Because these only consume a little bit. So the sand can stay here, though. I just have to move it around. But yeah, I'd have to make it 8 and 2. So the threshold is the 2 grand. Is it 6? Yeah. Well, the calculation is when it drops to, you take your max and your threshold and you subtract. That's when it calls the train. So you want it to call quicker when there's more sand in here. So I could do 2 and 4. It would call the train at 2 grand when it hits 2 or less. And so I could go 4 grand and 8. It would call the train at 4 grand. So, oh, all right, what's going on here? Oh, it's here. I didn't even. I'm like, where's the train? And must have came while I was looking over there. Well, there we go. Holy crap. That's pretty fast. So 25 every 4. Yeah, that's pretty quick. That's a lot of Nexelet there. So, oh, you know what? I probably should make this a little less. That's a lot of Nexelet. I'll go 4 rows. Yeah. So I'm curious as to what this is going to consume to fill the case up. And so 125. Okay. So now what do we got here? 5,900. Now it has to fill the pipes up and everything too, and then it buffers in the machine. 59, 51, 52. Holy cripes, man. Yeah, so what I'm thinking though is man, that sand is crazy. Oh, all right. Now what I'm gonna do, I think from now on, instead of training the stone to the sand bill, to crush, I'm gonna do it all on site, and then I could capture, the shale oil here too. So I'll still have a stone pickup, but I have to figure out how I'm going to do because I don't think I need this many pickups. pYanodons isn't a mega base. It's a mega base, but it's not huge amounts of everything. A few things. It's a little bit of all things. So they try to balance it out. And that's sometimes why I think that you're wondering why is this with this recipe? Why does this need Nexelet? Why does this need ammonia, ammonium or whatever, or lime? Or that's because they're trying to balance it out. Like, oh, we got extra here, so let's just throw a little bit over here. When it doesn't make sense, that is. So I'm thinking about a gravel and a sand crushing off of the stone patch, and then having a pickup and just tapping a bunch of these. They're not difficult to do. It's just slap the miners down, and then I can do the shale oil, these reformers. I think it's retorters. It's not difficult to do, and then you just get point-to-point trains is easy, because then I don't have to worry about TSM. I don't want to use TSM or to LTN for this. I just want to do point-to-point, get it in. Yeah, I don't mind trains waiting here. And then I can adjust how many trains I want to have here as well. So I think I'll do that. This would be a good one to start with. 87 million. This one up here, still hanging on. That's because I'm not running science. And I think with the upgrades and, with the augs and stuff, I noticed that stone has gone down considerably a lot. Moss was a big eater of stone too. And with the coarse faction, that has increased or decreased the amount of sand and increased the amount of moss. So that's kind of what I'm seeing there. But yeah, this is dying out here. This will be gone in a little while. 15 million. But I have 3 stone patches, so that's why that one also is hanging on a little more. Ooh, I got a juicy one right here. Oh, I want you. Don't erase that one. So this one is 87. And then one of the original, this is the second one I set up in the playthrough here. 27 mil. And boy, do I want to get rid of these. But they're going to be hanging on for a while. Quartz, yeah, with the new glass, it's going to be chewing up less stone and that too. So the new glass here is, I think it eliminates the stone. in here. And I think, yeah, here's the molten glass. It, let's see here. Yeah, see, one red belt of quartz. That's going to be kind of tricky. We'll see. We got the sodium bicarbonate on the network now, so I could use that. And also sodium sulfate. So I could train these two in now. And then, I don't know if I want to make this off-site or just keep it internal for now. There's not really a lot of this stuff. The sand is... oh, pure sand, yeah. Now here's the crushing. So we're getting stone out of this, right? And, oh, we do have the pure sand output. I think, yeah, that's... I didn't resolve these because I didn't want anything to get goofed up. So you can see the numbers are really small. Oh, we get iron oxide out? Come on. So I'll have to belt that down to the titanium build, or connect it to the belt that is outputting the I think it's, yeah, it's titanium to aluminum. So I'll belt that down. So, but next episode we'll start working on this antimony mess here. I'll try and get the whale set up, and then I'll get this all figured out. I'm gonna have to go back into the Helmod and make sure that I have this right. Well, let's check. Antimony's here. What I'm concerned about is the input amount. Oh, that's not bad. 0.53. And I've got this set to 600 a minute. And I think that what I have currently, and it's right off the patch, I think that it's... I don't think it's that as bad. So we'll work on this one next episode here. And then I can rip that out, that old one. Oh, I didn't do the pressurized air. Let's see. Oh, it's pressurized water. Oh, yeah. So there's all these pulp stages. I think I was talking about this earlier. But we'll go to this next episode. But yeah, I have to vent something until we get the tech later on. I'll try and remember to research that. And we'll go at this one here. And then these two are stone and sand producers as well. So that'll be kind of nice, I guess. Oh, I could just funnel it right into here. But it depends. Yeah, if I funnel these two sand outputs, this one also has it too, but I'll consume the sand within. Or stone to gravel to sand and consume it within. I think this one... yeah, I think I'll be okay. I don't know. Well, if Nexelet doesn't run, I don't want to jam this case up. I could do a red wire on it. Make sure. So I could pass by here and red wire a mini loader and keep it filled up. So, because glass is going to run and antimony is going to run. I know that antimony kicks out a lot of garbage. And the molybdenum kicks out quite a bit too. So I think that would help on this build here. Other than that, yeah, I think off-site or right on off-patch sand processing is important. I'm not worried about the gravel as much because really I think zippers use it and the cadaveric arms. Maybe I think it's sand for cadaveric. So, oh, it's done. There we go. So I got 10K in there now. Okay, it did deliver. That's not too bad. I mean, it's doing okay. It's just the sand is so crazy. It's crazy, man. All right, well, I think we'll end it here. Finally, we're done with casting for now. There's a bunch more, obviously, to go. Let me call my train. I left it over here. And there we go. Bring me my train. So, yeah, I'm really happy about this. It's all done. Yikes. But there's a lot of work that I have to do, you know, to clean things up and get everything right-sized. So, yeah, once I'm done with all these final 4 here, the diamond one, then I'll have a good idea where I'm at, and off screen I'll move this stuff. I'm not doing it now. I think it's a good idea to move the yard over here and then get the smelting. And I'm already going backwards with these builds for the sand. So I think that'll work out because then I can go back and over the rail and down and then right into the sand here. So, like I said, I don't mind long belts of stuff because the train traffic. As you can see, you know, it takes forever to get sand, you know, across this map just for that alone. So belts are long distance or less efficient trains. All right, well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the Nexelet spin up. And, you know, if you're looking to do the Nexelet, you know, on a larger scale, you can see what the sand requirement is, at least, if anything. That's why I do these videos, to share my experience and maybe help another pYanodon player that's looking to, you know, dip their toe into this mess. All right, thanks for watching. Peace out.